Hey everybody, we're back again with the Challenge USA season 1. We're now on episode 4. So let's get into it. Of course, they have to start with choosing teams. Uh, the teams doesn't really matter that much. Everyone's getting annoyed with Leo because I mean he's one of the people from the Amazing Race. I believe they only have 2 people left from the Amazing Race because one went home, which was James. I believe he went home last time. Who was his partner? Do you remember who his partner was? But someone went home with him. Uh, but I believe the ones that won was Dominique and what is her name? Cachet. But who's James partnered with? I can't quite remember who it was. But they went home. And there's also David. David, as you know, David is trash. He was on Big Brother twice, trash. Always a disappointment. He's partnered up with Justine, who I believe won when she was partnered up with Tyson. But now she's disappointed because she's partnered up with David, and he hasn't been performing very well, obviously. So she's disappointed in that. See where you go. I think that was it for like the people that no one wants to really be partnered with. No one said anything about Azza yet, but they seem to be more critical of the guys that suck than the girls that suck. No one is really like targeting them because the girls really just go after the toughest girls rather than the weaker ones. Whereas the guys would go after the weaker dudes just to get them out, like get them out of the way because it's easier, and they don't want to go after a stronger opponent right away and have that person come back at them. Usually, sometimes it's flipped, but that is the situation that we have right now. And Justine just got partnered up with David, so she's kind of pissed about that. And show you a little snippet. You see David here working out. Just the most in shape fat guy you could ever see. He would be in great shape if this was like this 1960s or something. But in modern day, it is not what you want. And then you have the conflict with whole Xavier when he was on Big Brother season 23. I believe he won that season, and he betrayed pretty much everyone that he worked with because he formed like final twos with a bunch of them, and he betrayed them. So everyone on Big Brother that only there just kind of have an issue with him. So that is going to eventually come up. And Alyssa, who was on Big Brother with Xavier, she's like determined to get rid of him. She's like really salty from the whole Big Brother 23 season, and she just wants to get her revenge. Her and Derek, but Derek is not as committed to the whole revenge thing as she is. She's just like stuck on that. I think she'll consider it a win if she could just get revenge. Whereas Xavier is pretty much just laying low and just planning to win. He's just using his social game, really. He hasn't really been performing all that well. Well, he's not bad, but he's not performing all that well. The current challenge is trivia. I mean, I like trivia and I hate it at the same time because it's just like the questions are so varied that it's just like there's no way any one person could have that kind of knowledge. I guess that's the point, but it's just like it's just a crapshoot at that point. You just like you either someone else don't know something before it gets to you, or you just happen to know that particular information. You could survive for another go around, and then someone else misses it. You know, it's just not. It's not as competitive as I would like it to be. But there sometimes there are people that are pretty good at it. Okay. Let's get into the trivia. I believe the first group to drop. I mean, I can just skip most of that. A lot of they have like a whole losers bracket where it's just like a bunch of people drop, and then they have to compete against each other. And the ones that drop after that, the first one to drop after that is going into elimination. And the ones to go into the losers bracket and then lose the losers bracket was in fact David and Justine, and the winners overall was Kylan and Alyssa. Kylan has a problem with Xavier because Xavier betrayed him towards the end. They had a final two, and Alyssa had a problem with Xavier obviously because he was playing her the whole time, and she thought he like that was like her best ally in the game of Big Brother. So they're they're uh, they're together, and you can obviously guess from that they're gonna probably take a shot at Xavier. All right. Let's go. So let's skip most of this. I already talked about that. All right. Let's get to the. All right. I mean, TJ is always excited to do the trivia one. I guess he just likes watching people drop and scream, but it's not particularly exciting for me to watch. All right. So that's Kylan's second win, I believe. That gives him, and he also won an elimination, which I think gave him like 2 grand, and then he won twice, so that gives him 12. So that means he has more than, no, wait, he had 7 before. Yeah, so that does give him 12. So he has more than Tyson at this point. Tyson has 11 grand for the whole bank, and now Kylan has 12. So he is in the lead at the moment. There's Kylan. All right. All right. So immediately after the whole situation where they won, Xavier goes up. He goes to talk to them, see what their head is at, see how they're thinking, and of course, they suggested that there might be that. Well, he said some stuff about they could be working together with Big Brother and their survivor, and they have to stick together. And Kylan alluded to the fact that him and Alyssa both have been in a situation that Xavier hasn't been in, and that is that they're both been betrayed. So pretty much foreshadowing what's going to happen. And then he made a not so veiled threat that if they send him in, then he's going to be coming back at them. So it's not particularly scary because Kylan's been performing way better than him. So I don't know why he would think Kylan, and Kylan's never been afraid of him or to like actually face him. That was like their thing in Big Brother. That's the reason why he betrayed Kylan, because Kylan was willing to face him. Like, never been afraid of him. And arguably, Kylan is a better performer than Xavier. Xavier's just better socially. But there you go. All right. I believe Justine was nervous because, well, she's going into elimination with David, and she's nervous about who they're going to send in against her. She doesn't really know. But immediately, I guess Alyssa wanted to align with the stronger players in the house, so her and Kylan immediately goes to Tyson and Angela and pretty much tell them what their plan is, that they're going to be throwing in Xavier and Sham, which is a Big Brother player and a Survivor player. All right, so the Survivor players didn't really trust Sham anyway, so they don't really care, and they want to getting rid of a Big Brother player. They're always up for that. So freaking Tyson was just like, yeah, hell yeah, do it. It was like, because those are the people he wanted to get rid of, and they're just like tossing him up on the plate for him. So it's all about it. He's all about that. Next, yeah, I think we can skip to the elimination right away. The elimination challenge is a little weird. So it's gonna be, hold on, there we go. All right. So the challenge is going to be David and Justine versus Sham and Xavier. All right, and they're going to be going through these boxes right here. All right, so you can see there's puzzle pieces right here at the end of the little tunnel thing. So they're going to start at the beginning, and there's going to be a bunch of glass that they have to break. All right, so the glass is color coded to a particular partner. So let's say it's going to be red and yellow. So let's say David is red and Justine is yellow. David only has to break the yellow glass, the red glass, and she breaks the yellow glass, and it's going to be like wedged in between each other, so you can't like hit it too hard, or you could break your partner's glass, which adds, I believe, 10 seconds to your time to before you can start completing the puzzle. So that is basically how the challenge works. So you just got to take turns breaking the glass and then get through the tunnels all the way to the end, pick up the puzzle pieces, then bring them all out of the tunnel all the way to the end. And then if you have no penalty, or you await your allotted penalty, then you can start completing the puzzle. All right, so that is the challenge. The elimination. All right. First to like really blitz through it, it was freaking Xavier, because he was pissed off about getting sent in, because he thought it was petty that they're coming at him in the challenge just for something he did in Big Brother. So immediately he just starts punching through the glass. He punched through all the glass and just ate all the penalty. He didn't really care about the penalty. He just wanted to get through it as fast as possible. And so you can see right there, he's just punching through all of the glass, not caring, just right through all of them. Not even Chan doesn't get a chance to touch any of the glasses. All right. But David and Justine, they're doing it right. They're taking turns breaking the glass. They're a little bit slower, but not that slow. All right. Xavier and Sham were the first ones through. They got all their puzzle pieces, and they came back. They're the first ones to get all their puzzle pieces at the end, but they had a 50-second penalty. All right, and right after they got there and they're waiting their penalty, I believe it was like 33 minutes into waiting their 33 seconds into waiting their penalty. Then no, 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 no. No, they had 33 seconds left in their penalty. Then David and Justine finally got all their puzzle pieces, and they had a 10-second penalty. I guess they mistakenly broke one glass. I mean, it couldn't happen because the glass is so close together. So they had to wait their 10-second penalty, and then they got to start actually doing the puzzle. All right, let's see. So I was off by a couple seconds. So they had a 10-second penalty. So that means like at 37 seconds into Xavier and Sham's penalty, they were waiting. All right. And yeah, so they get to start their puzzle first. And the puzzle is just pretty much just an eagle's head with 3 stars. So just like America, you know. But David got through the puzzle pretty quickly. And ultimately they were the one to win. All right. And that which sent Xavier and Shan home, which was a perfect revenge from Kylan and Alyssa there. As you can see, they're getting pretty close with the puzzle over there, but you see David and Justine, they're just freaking blitzing through this thing. So fortunately, they just couldn't make it. So that is the end of this particular episode. So I think you're gonna have to wait another week until the next one. See you later.